Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Trades Talk with me, your host, Pop. And yes, in this stream, we take a look at things from an industrial point of view. We'll have a look and see what's going on in the news. Then we'll see the shortage of people in the skilled trades and what's being done about it. And then everyone's favorite time after that will be picture time. We'll get to all that and more right here on Trades Talk. But before I get to that, I want to say hello to everybody. David Glenn, nice to see you. Yes, stay tuned to find out what PRV means on the next upcoming episode. And of course, Angry Canadian. There he is. Our American expatriate in Japan. Fabric Folds, one of us is late. It's not me. A wizard is never late. He arrives precisely when he intends to. And then there's Alex Moore. Hey, Alex, good to see you. And yes, it's always picture time somewhere in the world. Let's see what's going on in the news, though. And because Plant Magazine failed me, I had to go to MRO and see what they have. It's a man of many hats. Yes, indeed. I didn't see too much that was really interesting. There's one about this group acquiring Group La, expanding capabilities in welded steel structures. The U.S. tariffs on Canadian autos and parts jumped to $380 million in July. I mean, oh well. I got the best picture time. That's right. The only thing that rivals it is Fabric's pictures from the Beaver Hut. Chapman's is to invest over $200 million in a new facility in Ontario. Now, Chapman's makes ice cream. At least I think that's maybe the company they're talking about. But let's open that up and have a look. Hey, Veritex, how you doing? Hey, good to see you. Everyone's here nice and early today. That's great. Let's see. Chapman's is Canada's largest independent ice cream manufacturer, is investing more than $200 million to expand its operations in Markdale, Ontario. According to a press release from the Ontario government, the project includes the construction of a new 175,000 square foot production facility and is expected to create 200 new jobs. Hey, that's great. In the statement, the Ontario government announced it is supporting the expansion with $27 million in funding through the Invest Ontario Fund. The new facility will increase Chapman's production capacity, support product development, and help the company meet growing domestic demand while pursuing international market opportunities, the government says. Hey. At a time of global uncertainty, Ontario is proud to stand as a trusted partner for companies seeking a competitive business environment, highly skilled workforce, and a resilient economy in which to invest, said Vic Fideli, Minister of Economic Development, Job Creation and Trade. We are thrilled to see Chapman's expand their Canadian roots and deliver innovative, high-quality Ontario-made products to families here and around the world. I don't know, do you guys get Chapman's ice cream in the States? Do they ship to you guys? Veritech, last week you sanded your drywall mud locations, found a few more spots that needed, let it dry, and primed a few. For dry, it's not hard, but can take time and a real arm workout. You're getting your workout. That's right, David Glenn. We need DJ Ronnie. DJ Ronnie G needs to stop in. It's been a while since we've seen old DJ in the chat. I highly recommend a vacuum or with dust mask. You couldn't find one when you're in Lowe's. Goggles for protection. You might want those. Disposable suits because of how fine the dust. Yes. After all, safety. Hey, look at this. Safety first, Veritex. Look at you. Right on. That's great. You're doing everything correctly. Yeah, the most important would be the mask, though. You don't want to inhale that fine powder. David, you never heard of Chapman's? Okay. Hey, Aris, how you doing? There's Aris is in the chat. Nice to see you there. Alex, you have seen the yogurts. Okay, so Chapman's does ship to your area, or at least you've seen them anyway. And, oh, streaming to zero. I'm not streaming to zero, though. I'm streaming to quite a few people. Maybe I stream to zero on Kick because Kick does not do anything to help me out at all. Just doing my little thing here where I ban the person that sent that to me. Don't tell me I'm streaming to nobody. You're only 120 miles from Ontario. Yeah, I'm surprised you... Well, I don't know. I guess depends on where you shop at, whether Chapman sends their stuff to whatever grocery store is close by. And no Tim Hortons. Oh, deprived. I never saw the appeal of Tim Hortons coffee. I don't drink coffee, but I'm not... People get lined up. You see them lining up before work starts in the morning at like 6 in the morning. Big lineup in the drive-thru to go get their coffee. I mean, some people will grab donuts too, but most of it is coffee. Let's finish this up, though. Chapman's currently employs more than 800 people, produces over 200 products using Canadian milk and cream. With the expansion, its provincial workforce is expected to exceed 1,000 employees. According to the government, the investment aligns with efforts to grow Ontario's food manufacturing sector, which contributes over $51 billion to the province's GDP and supports 1 in 9 jobs. The announcement also references broader goals to strengthen domestic supply chains and reduce reliance on imported goods, particularly in response to trade pressures such as U.S. tariffs. This expansion comes at a critical time for Chapman's. The competition from multinationals has only increased in recent years, and this project will help us establish a stronger competitive ground, said Ashley Chapman, Chief Operating Officer of Chapman's. We are grateful for the province's support, which has allowed us to build a bigger facility and support higher-paying jobs for our community. Well, all right then. Some expansion for Chapman's. More ice cream products and yogurts and milk and all that kind of stuff. Not really anything else too crazy on the news front. This Northern Transformer is going to build a new facility in Innisfil, but I don't know where Innisfil is. And we always need transformers because you're always going to need to convert your voltage either up or down. Your kids mentioned that Carney built a construction site for a photo op and then tore it down. Yeah, I believe it. I don't pay attention to that numbskull. He's just Trudeau 2.0, and he's going to wreck this place like he wrecked England. So, I did what I could and tried to vote in the opposition, but there was too many dumb people around to just vote in the Liberals again. Yeah, robots in disguise. You need those. You wear glasses, and usually for most jobs, that's enough because they're a high index. Wishing you had goggles afterwards. Yeah, and try to look for some vented ones. You look for vented goggles, that'll help it so they don't cloud over on you or steam up or anything like that. That's just my experience. NPCs, you mean? Yeah, that's right, Alex. That's probably what happened. Northern Transformer Corporation, a Canadian manufacturer of high-voltage power transformers, plans to invest nearly $207 million to build a new production and testing facility in Innisfil. Okay, it's in Ontario. According to a press release from the Ontario government, the project is expected to create 151 jobs and marks the company's entry into the large power transformer market. Northern Transformer's investment in Innisfil sends a clear and compelling message. In the face of global uncertainty, Ontario remains a stable, resilient, and competitive partner to do business with. That's this guy's motto. This Vic Fedeli, the Minister of Economic Development, he always says, Ontario remains stable, resilient, competitive partner to do business with. Like it's just his mantra. He just doesn't know anything else to say. Maple is prime. Is it Amazon maple in Canada, Stan? Could be. Northern Transformer more than meets the eye, eh? Get old Optimus Prime transform into a beer truck. Or if you guys have seen Strange Brew with Doug and Bob McKenzie, it could be the van. Northern Transformers investment in Philson's clear, yes, okay, that. Our government is proud to support the project that aligns with our unyielding commitment to create high-value jobs for Ontario workers, strengthen Ontario-made supply chains, and position the province for lasting prosperity. And yes, hey, Godzillionaire, how you doing, man? Good to see you. The mightiest Northern Transformer is John Candy. Oh yeah, he is sorely missed. He really is. He was great in National Lampoon's Vacation. Yeah, you like Strange Brew, David? Yeah, it was good. It was good. I think everyone should get a chance to watch it. It has Mel Blanc does the voice, one of the voices in there of the dad. In the statement, the Ontario government announced it is contributing $10.5 million towards the project through the Invest Ontario Fund. The new facility will manufacture and test transformers with power ratings of up to 500 kilovolts and 750 megavolts, which are used in large-scale industrial applications such as data centers, mining operations, and steel manufacturing. There's those data centers again. Jeez. We're proud to expand our footprint in Ontario to meet the rising demand for mission-critical large power transformers across North America, said Alexei Michnikowski, President and CEO of Northern Transformer Corporation. This investment not only boosts our production capacity and technical capabilities, but also drives job creation, innovation, and supply chain growth in the region. The government expects the investment will help strengthen Ontario's energy supply chain and reduce reliance on imported components. NTC reportedly plans to source materials including wiring, insulation, and electrical steel from Ontario-based suppliers. Okay, good. Stop relying on overseas Chinesium garbage. The facility will aim to support grid modernization and electrification efforts across North America while creating new opportunities for Ontario's manufacturing workforce. Nice. Megatron needs more Transformers. You mean minions? You never know how many Starscream will get killed on the next op. Starscream's a terrible leader. He did the sanding by hand, not with a sander, so not expecting it to go out as much as it did. Yeah, when things are by hand, it's going to take longer. You want the Transformer that gives you 1.21 gigawatts? Great Scott, Marty! You're going to need, first of all, you've got to get yourself flux capacitor fabric. Well, that's it for the news, guys. Let's move along here. Grid modernization? That's crazy talk. Yeah, who wants to do that? How many times have you guys heard that the electrical grid is just antiquated and not cut out for the demand that they need? Okay, here's something from Okanagan College. This is in Okanagan College is in British Columbia. And it says, new mentorship platform goes live for OC trade students and industry mentors. Sanding is a young man's game. Unless you want the workout. But you're going to be there a while. With more than 500 new and returning Okanagan College trades and apprenticeship students attending the college this fall, a new online mentorship platform is now live to connect students with mentors who can support them on their journey to a meaningful and well-paid career in the skilled trades. The OC Trades Network is an easy-to-use online platform that connects apprentices of all genders with industry leaders for one-on-one mentorship, along with other tools for success, including educational resources, training, and network events. I don't think they had to throw in that all genders in there. It's like you just just anybody that wants to come along. This is why you need all electric, all digital, constantly Wi-Fi connected appliances, folks, so the government can shut off at will to save power if they deem it necessary or you undesirable. Godzillionaire, you're a little more closer to the truth than you probably realize. This is why going with electric cars and cashless society is a horrible idea and should never be considered, because that is the one way that you will be dealt with. We will all be dealt with if we let that happen. So fight as much as you can to never let that happen. Megavolt, Disney letting cartoon villains loose in Canada. Yeah, there you go. Wasn't he on, was Megavolt that Darkwing Duck? You've heard the due to the current social climate, no one wants to mentor young women just because it's not worth the risk of their own. Yeah. No, you have to really, don't ever be in a room alone with a woman. And if you can help it, don't ever hire one to work with you. Gender is binary. Is a binary. Try plugging connector male to male or female to female and see how that works. Oh yeah. When the world goes digital currency, the black market will consist of people trading anime waifu statues as currency. I've got mine. I'm loading up on my my currency. Anybody like Inuyasha? I've got some of those figures. I am the terror that flaps in the night. Yeah, that's the one, Fabric. You got it. Let's see how this goes along here. When I think back to my early days as an apprentice, I realize how much mentorship program would have shaped my journey. Like many young apprentices, I faced moments of uncertainty, wondering if I was on the right path, questioning my skills, and trying to find my place in the trade. Having a mentor to guide me, to share their experiences and reassure me through those challenges would have given me confidence to grow faster, both personally and professionally, said Danny Marquez, OC's Associate Dean of Trades, who acquired 2 Red Seal certifications in his career and is now giving back as an action mentor. Okay, so he's saying mentor. When you're an apprentice, you have a journeyman that works with you, and he's the one that corrects your mistakes. He's the one that tells you how to do things the right way. Of course, if you're a stubborn apprentice and you're not going to listen and be receptive, then that's what's going to happen. You're going to make mistakes. And this sounds like he wants people to coddle them along. No. You're an apprentice. You're at the bottom of the ladder. You're going to get the garbage jobs. You're going to get the terrible things. You're going to get the things that nobody else wants to do. But you do it to show that you have the intestinal fortitude to carry on with the job. You get the garbage jobs, but then you appreciate when you don't have to do the garbage jobs. So I don't know if I agree with this guy about coddling them along. That's what it sounds like anyway. A mentor? Your journeyman is your mentor. You listen to what he says. Okanagan? Yeah, Okanagan. It's in the interior of British Columbia. Training women is a waste. They're going to just quit and join OnlyFans. A lot of them will, yep. And they'll be done in like 5 or 10 years because your looks will fade. And, maybe hopefully people will smarten up and not pay for the OnlyFans to watch because it's just not worth it. The Stubborn Apprentice, great movie. The Stubborn Apprentice doesn't do what he's told. If you don't do what you're told, you're down the road pretty quick. If you're not going to work with your journeyman, you are not going to excel at all. And they will just get rid of you because he'll just talk to the manager and be like, this guy's not listening to what I'm telling him to do. He's not doing what he's supposed to, and I can't use him here. So they'll be like, okay, you're gone. Yes, Fabric. Everyone has to pay their dues. It's a rite of passage. Everybody did it. everybody that went through the apprenticeship program. You're the first year? All right, you're getting the garbage jobs no matter what trade you're in. Grab that broom, grab that shovel, clean this out. You've got to do all that stuff. Oh, here, you're an electrician here. You okay, you apprentice? Pull this cable. You got to pull the cable 100 feet over there. Pull it through the wall. So that's what happens. Anyways, let's continue on. We have so many valued industry partners, and this is a new way for them to engage with our students and each other, said Sarah Cousins, OC Manager, Trades Programs, adding Red Seal tradesmen, instructors, trade entrepreneurs, and employers, senior apprentices, or those with experience in trades environments are invited to apply to be mentors to OC students. Mentors will receive resources and access to training opportunities to support their participation. In your profession, that's what happens, eh, Fabric? Everyone starts out jacking off the bull. Yeah. I've been a hands-on mentor for the Jill of all trades. Oh. At Okanagan College, and it was really rewarding, said Julie Patterson, owner of Patterson Finishing Limited and a Red Seal carpenter. I am excited to take it to the next level to help apprentices as an action mentor at Okanagan College. I think this is a great new program to support students and help them get their Red Seal. Red Seal just means you can move between provinces. That's all that means. So if you're not planning to move between provinces, you don't have to get your Red Seal. The mentorship platform is available thanks to Okanagan College's Action Apprenticeship Completion Training, Innovative Opportunities, and Networking project, funded in part by the Government of Canada's Canadian Apprenticeship Strategy and supported by the OC Trades Department. This project's goal is to encourage female apprentice retention in construction and manufacturing trades and the progression towards their Red Seal certification. Once again, don't focus on the women only, otherwise you're going to lose out on men that really want to do this. You can't force the women to do in the trades. Tough jobs may teach you more than the easier things. Yes, Veritax. There's a lot of stuff to learn just by doing, and sometimes you will learn how to do a tough job, maybe you'll find an easier way to do it. If they keep their brains working. Yeah, exactly. Yes, Daniel-san. Paint the fence. Wax on, wax off. Show me sand the floor. Good old Mr. Miyagi. He taught him. Hard work. And it was all about the karate after all. Studies have consistently shown that mentorship and support are critical to apprentice retention and success, particularly for women, Indigenous learners, and other underrepresented groups entering the skilled trades, said Caitlin Hardigan, Okanagan College Dean of Trades and Apprenticeship. With the sector facing a significant shortage of skilled tradesmen, both provincially and nationally, it's more important than ever to ensure our students are not only well trained, but also well supported throughout their journey to Red Seal certification. Mentorship and role modeling play a vital role in creating inclusive learning environments where apprentices feel seen, valued, and empowered to succeed. The apprentice just wants a paycheck. They want to earn money. They want to be bumped up in their salary to where they're earning journeyman. So that's what they're going to do. They should have a goal to become a journeyman. So I don't think they want to feel seen, valued, and empowered. That's not how that works. Everyone knows if you don't pay your dues, you can't get the merit badge and rank insignia when you advance. Yeah, there you go. Scouting humor. Yep, I got it. In addition to supporting the OC Trades Network, the Action Project hosts network events, tuition-free certification and training, advanced skills training for more senior apprentices, bursaries for transportation, textbooks, personal protective equipment, and more for eligible participants. Okanagan College is the Interior's top trades training facility and is committed to training the workforce of the future and supporting barrier-free pathways to sustainable careers in trades. I have yet to see these barriers they say. Well, there are barriers. Yeah, you have to be you can't be a moron. You have to have somewhat of intelligence if you're going to go into the trades. In it for the chicks it attracts. There you go, Dave. Yo, it's Infinite Metal over on Twitch side. Hey, Infinite. You guys have heard me talk about Infinite before. He streams over on Twitch and Kick. We have a good old time. He even has himself an undead dragon lord who mocks him as he plays games. It's great. It's great fun. You think having a mentor was the whole point of apprenticeship? Learn the trade from someone? Isn't that? Yeah, we don't call them mentors, Infinite. They journeymen. If you're going to apprentice somewhere, you have to have a journeyman to learn under. And the journeyman's the one that signs off your hours. So in Canada, I don't know about the US, but you'll have an apprenticeship book and you keep track of your hours and things that you do, and the journeyman signs it off every year when you go to school or before you go to school. So that's what'll happen there. But yes, mentors, we don't call them mentors, or we didn't when you worked under a journeyman and that was it. Yeah, Indigenous, that's you, Fabric. You're the Indigenous guy. That's that one. Let's move along here to Ontario High School Program Boost Skilled Trades Pipeline. Well, let's see how they're boosting it. With 70% of Ontario manufacturers struggling to find skilled workers, the Canadian Tooling and Machine Association is tackling the shortage by training high school teachers. The association's Career Ready with CTMA Expanding Opportunities program has provided hands-on training to educators at 157 Ontario high schools, while equipping classrooms with shop standard CNC milling machines and tooling. Teachers have since trained 25,000 students to program and use this equipment, preparing them for careers. Wow! They're getting CNC-controlled milling machines. That's awesome. Man, oh man, I never thought I'd see that in a high school. Or you just figured mentor was just a generic term for someone who teaches you something, but you also thought masters were the usual mentor, and journeyman was some stage in between, an apprentice. Yeah, so it goes apprentice, journeyman, and then a master. I think you need a few more years of schooling, and because you can be a master electrician. I don't know if you can be a master millwright or not, but being a master electrician means you can pull permits and all that for buildings and such, for jobs that you need to do. But yeah, I have heard master is the top one. You're a master of your trade. It's DJ Ronnie G. Now we can start the party. DJ's here. How you doing, DJ? Haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing all right. You get home from work okay? An apprentice like Mickey Mouse. That's right. The good old Sorcerer's Apprentice. Let's keep going here. The initiative launched in 2020 has led a 3,500 co-op or apprenticeship placements at more than 275 companies. About 1,600 graduates, job seekers, and upskilling workers have secured placement so far. Our educational system was built by academics for academics, yet there's a huge skilled trade shortage that's affecting our country's ability to be economically self-sufficient, said Robert Cattle, CTMA's executive director. We realized we had to do something to get students interested in pursuing manufacturing careers and ensure they're work-ready coming out of high school. Waiting for college is too late. Working with Ontario Council for Technology Education to train teachers, CTMA transforms classrooms into simulated real-world shop floors. A far cry from high school machine shops of the past, these courses provide the latest technologies in computer-aided design, CNC machine operation, and fusion software so that students can work on machines that are actually out there in industry today. Remember that I told you guys before, is not all companies will have the latest and greatest state-of-the-art machinery. It'll be 20, 30 years old, sometimes 40 years old. As long as it keeps running, they don't want to spend money on it. Classes expose students to all facets of precision metalworking, including machining, tool and die making, mold making, jig and fixture building, automation, robotics, and additive manufacturing. Remember, I've told you guys before, you can be a machinist, but if you're a CNC programmer, that's where the money is, because you just go in You program what the machine does, and you get paid, and off you go. Only different in your mind. I was trying to find an Asian girl that we should have hollered at when at the chats last week. She gave me some kind of vibe. You interned under this really old, he was 55 vet. He's where you got your best dirty jokes and know the irony is not lost on you. That's great, Fabric. Yeah, if you interned, that would have been a while back, eh? Especially a guy that was a veteran. So there you go. They're doing something in Ontario. So at least high schools are getting, you can get a programming in CNC and get started with that. That's great. Okay, so doing something anyway. There's a glimmer of hope there. Jig fixtures sounds like the lights in an Irish dance hall. Or dance a jig there, bye. This one is from the CTV News. Nate celebrates Apprenticeship Day with Skilled Trades Showcase event for students. And Nate stands for Northern Alberta Institute of Technology. That's actually the place I went to there. I went to Nate. It's helping students and youth explore careers and trades as the Polytechnic celebrates Apprenticeship Day on Monday. The Next In Trades event host at Nate's main campus will give students a chance to participate in hands-on workshops in various fields being taught at the institution. More than 140 students attending the event can sit in on speaking panels and try out different jobs, including, but not limited to, electrician, carpenter, heavy equipment technician, insulator, and ironworker. I was 94, eh, Fabric? Nice. Yeah, I started my apprenticeship in 96. That sorcerer's apprentice should have taught us that mouse is always up to no good. Haha! That's okay! Oh, yes. Good old Mickey, eh? Josh Boyd, the Office of Apprenticeship Director, told CTV News Edmonton the importance of creating awareness of career possibilities for high school students. Next in Trades is just about providing the opportunity of letting high school kids really understand what the trades is all about and really putting some context to really the different program. Okay, so no proofreading on this one. You can't throw random words in there. According to Boyd, the average age of students starting a skilled trade is decreasing, indicating more high school graduates are entering the trades earlier. The average age used to be 28. Now we're seeing that trending more towards 27. Okay, down by 1. I was 23, I believe. Yeah, 23 when I started my apprenticeship. So I've been doing my job, or doing my trade for 22 years now. Nope, never mind. 32 years now? 30. Nope, 29. There we go. Anyway, grade 10 school student Liam Casabar said becoming a carpenter has been top of his mind when choosing potential careers after graduation. He said he jumped at the opportunity to learn more about the becoming a carpenter entails. It's super cool to learn what everybody does here, and I'm super excited to learn more about this and get ready for later in my life, Casabar told CTV News. I'm hoping this will help me find out how the trades work, and so I better understand it once I'm old enough to actually participate, he added. Also, he could listen to my show, and he could find out. Nate trains more than 10,000 apprentices, trades and technology diploma students every year, making it the largest skilled trades provider in Alberta. It is a big campus, all right. It's super. Hey, David. This one's from ABC 15 News. I believe that's in South Carolina. A nationwide shortage of certified skilled trades instructors is being felt in 26 states, even as interest in those careers grows among secondary students. Locally, demand for workers in fields such as electrical engineering and construction is surging, leaving some of the area's largest corporations scrambling to find qualified employees. Also, it's the corporation's fault for scrambling. Always remember, they could have easily got people hired and trained up before they had to scramble for this. You were 28, 4 years of university and 4 years of veterinary college. Somehow it seems longer. Wow, that is a long time though, Fabric. Hopefully you didn't come out with a lot of student debt. Or if you did, that's a real burden. What do we say I got here? It's a good problem to have, said Stephen Lipster, director of Charleston Electrical Training Alliance. We're being told by our clients that we're looking for 10 years worth of work at 4 or 5 facilities. Huge facilities, Lipster said. So the need for qualified electrical workers is huge. These guys, we really need to get the thesaurus out there for people. They've got to really advance and expand their vocabulary. High wages and steady work are fueling a renaissance in career and technical education, or CTE. But the pay gap makes it difficult to lure professionals into the classroom. Yeah, I could see that. You're not going to leave the field of your trade to go and teach in a classroom for like a wage cut of 50%. It's just not going to happen. The wages and salaries and benefits and per diems they're making on the job make it very hard financially for them to come into essentially a job that pays scale. Charleston County school district leaders say they have managed to stay fully staffed thanks in part to a 5-year pilot program that allows skilled professionals with a bachelor's degree in their field to earn certification while they teach. The district currently offers 50 different CTE career paths. We struggle to bring those professionals and those technical experts into the classroom to work with kids, said Dr. Rich Gordon, Executive Director and CCSD's Career and Technical Education Department. We have to find someone who's competent, but we also have to find someone who is committed and caring and has a heart to be a teacher. Gordon said CTE education in Charleston starts as early as elementary school with career awareness, continues in middle school with exploration, and culminates in high school with workforce preparation. Well, it sounds like they're doing it right in Charleston. I don't know if any of you guys are near Charleston or whatever, if you know if things are going well there. Companies are also stepping in to help, Lipster said. Corporations such as Google are providing grants to support skilled professionals interested in teaching. Some of those really big hitters understand the value of an electrical worker, understand the shortage, and are actually taking financial steps to improve that pipeline. Beyond good pay and job security, supporters say CTE careers are largely resistant to artificial intelligence and provide the infrastructure that allows companies to adopt new technologies. Sounds like Charleston, South Carolina, is doing something. So good for them. Alex, facilities are huge. You worked your way through school and a very small scholarship from the Crow Nation because you agreed to native ranchers in a sliding income scale. Hey, well, good for you. Good for you, Fabric. Right on, man. I had to do the same thing going through my trades school. I worked. I during the last half of it, my money ran out, and I had to go to work nights and go to school in the day. So that was pretty crazy, and I don't want to do that again. You can dance the Charleston. Will that work? Oh, David. Charleston, making banana. All right, well, that's it for that. You know what that means now, you guys. Say it with me. It's picture time. It's picture time. All right. Just open this up here. That's that. Okay. So I asked the question of the title for the stream is what's a PRV? And as we look at some Hokkaido gals that are super adorable, while I fire up what I'm going to do here. Oh, you don't think student loans were around back then? I know some guys in my class got them, but they just pissed them away by, they got a student loan. They didn't need it. They just got it and they pissed it away drinking or whatever they did, screwing around. But I didn't bother. PRV stands for pressure relief valve. And this is what I'm going to remove one. So here's some video of me removing a pressure relief valve. And of course, it's up a ladder. So you got to climb the ladder. It's not as high as the flare stack. There we go. We're at the landing. And there it is. That's the pressure relief valve. Now you can see the inlet is at the bottom here. Let's see if I can get my arm out of the way. Make a little camera adjustment. There we go. Didn't Mazda make a PRV? Wasn't that MPV? You should show a vid with how a PRV works. Yeah, I'll do that, Godzilla. I'll find a PRV and a video and show it how it works. So right now, the bottom is where the inlet is. So the material flows through the pipe here. And if the pressure gets too great, right here, there's going to be a disc inside here. It's going to lift up and it's going to shoot it out the outlet. But you don't shoot it out to atmosphere because that kills people with the toxic gas we have. And instead it's flanged to another pipe which goes to the flare stack where it gets burned. And that way we don't kill each other, because So it might they are 300 pounds Godzilla. Some are actually 150 on the inlet and 300 on the outlet, if you can believe it. I know we have some of them that are like that. So you got to grab the right wrenches. Da flare, boss, da flare. Remind you of a level in Warframe. Picture of a dump truck influences your guess on the PRV. I see. So yeah, 1 1/16 inch wrench. Bosses who actually make you climb the ladder end up in the retention pond. The old fleur de lis. What they say in France, eh? When you are in Quebec, you do the fleur de lis. There we go. All of those are loose. Next, we'll work on the outlet, which takes a lot of a lot of strength to get that to move. You saw this in Shin Godzilla? Uh-oh. You need 300,000 gallons of blood coagulant. That'll fix them. I didn't see any kaiju on this day. Okay, now that all the studs are loose, it's time to remove them. And we do the outlet first. The weather was great that day. It's actually been very, very nice, mild summer. Well, as we're going into fall now, it's mild. It's nice. It's single digits in the morning, but by the afternoon, you get up to a good 22, 23 degrees. In the morning, it's about 6 Celsius, 7 Celsius. But the afternoon's great. And you take those studs and you put them off to the side. Then you lose the gasket as it falls out. There it is. I forgot to grab it. And then all of a sudden it's heading for the ground. You don't see any wind? You sure this is Alberta? Hey, this isn't southern Alberta. Southern Alberta has the wind. We make jokes about people in Medicine Hat not being able to walk straight up and down. They're always bent over because of the wind. How often do you swing through the maze of pipes like Spider-Man? Yeah, that would be, I can't parkour my way through the plant, though. How high up am I? About, I don't know, 15 feet? Not very high up. Okay, so we got all those out. Store them over there so they don't fall down. Now we work on the inlet. I really need a better place to put my my body cam. It's just not that great. I just hooked it onto my pocket on my coveralls. I believe this is for hydrogen sulfide. So this is after the whole place has been purged. So we've had natural gas purged through it and then purged that out with nitrogen. So everything's been purged with nitrogen, which is an inert gas. It doesn't react with anything, and it helps get rid of all the other woods. Parkour is a French man's game. Yes. I like to swing from the pipe and, cartwheel and get it over with. And then I try to catch myself before I fall to my death, So now I'm holding it the top and taking out the last stud. Otherwise, this thing would just go careening down to the floor below. So we take that out. You learn to do things one-handed. You develop some very good dexterity. There it is. That's it. Put it down. And this is a little bit of a tip, a little hint if you guys ever are doing stuff like this. With any kind of pipes. You don't necessarily have to be removing a pressure relief valve. You take some plastic bags and you cover them up. Like that. You don't want anything getting inside. And my dexterity is okay, but when it comes to peeling tape off, I can't peel tape with gloves on. So you go like this, and you give her a couple of wraps, just to keep out if it rains or anything like that. Because you don't want moisture getting in the pipes. Blowing tag tells you the winds are 2 to 3 miles per hour. Probably. Why are we changing the... every 2 years, for hydrogen sulfide, every 2 years, the pressure relief valves need to be removed, rebuilt, and put back on. So yes, it was scheduled maintenance. but that's every 2 years. And don't drop the PRV. Yeah. How is Pop going to get it down? You might be asking. Squirrels be hiding nuts in there if they could. Yep, you bet they would. We have small little birds. I don't know if they're chickadees or not, but they are all over the place. There you go. Put the studs in a bag as well for storage. Do that. This is how you do it properly, everybody. Take that and you grab a tag. You grab your trusty Sharpie you have with you and you write on what it is. V3 PRV or PSV. How are you going to get it down? Parkour RV. Okay, and once again, you tape the bag shut. Tape it shut. Because when you go to put the rebuilt and refurbished PRV back on, you want to use the same studs. They might be Finch's, Veritax. They might be. I'm not sure. They're really tiny, though. All right. This thing is solid steel. It's quite heavy. Like, well, how am I going to get this down there? Okay, well, there's a rope. Oh, let's talk about nuts and bolts making you hungry. Yeah, we usually don't have a spare Godzillionaire. Some we do. Ones that are critical, we'll have spares for, so we can do a quick change. But this one's not, so we'll wait till it comes back. They usually get them done for us in about 7 to 10 days, rebuilding them all. We shipped them back. We have to ship them standing upright, and we have to ship them in crates. So there we go. So hey, I'm tying this thing. Doing the old, I do a figure 8 and then I do a half hitch. And that usually holds it. And then I'm like, well, okay, I've got to get this down there. Over we go, over the gate. And down we go. Try to not get it latched onto the ladder. Let it down, let it down, let it down. Nice and easy. And there you go. Next stop, ground floor. H2S, so you're guessing NACE compliant. Yeah, 316. Yes, Godzilla, you got it. Yep. Swinging around like Lou Ferrigno at Hercules. Ew. I do ship them dirty, yep. And the reason I do that is so that they can check out and see if anything looks amiss or if there's something that's doesn't look right. They get them at the other end, they can be like, oh, this was extremely dirty, something's wrong. Or, okay, this is clean. There's nothing wrong with your system. Make knot tying great again. Yeah. You'd be surprised. Very simple knots, and a lot of people don't know them. But yeah, figure 8 and then a half hitch, and that does all right. Remember, a knot should be as easy to untie as it is to tie. You shudder to think what a new one would cost. Okay, so I got back a quote on the what was it? I got a quote on some of the repairs. And some of the repairs for them are like $6,000, $7,000. So, and that's just for repairs. New ones, yeah, new ones are about the same. So they sent us back what a repair would be and what a new one would be, and the new one was actually cheaper. Like, oh, it's going to cost $6,000 to repair this one, but it's cost $5,500 or $5,200 for a new one. I'm like, well, buy us a new one. So that was that's the way it went with that. So it's quite pricey. Some are $7,000. Yeah. Yeah, and Godzillionaire's got it right. They're not super expensive unless they're high alloy or super high pressure. Ours, we only go up to about 400 PSI on the ones I've seen. So that's not that high of a pressure, but it's what we operate with at our place. You dread about the day not knowing how to do it. Yeah, exactly. If you need some knots AC, there's some easy ones. Use YouTube as your resource for that. I'm sure there's some knot tying channels out there where you can learn a bunch of neat ones, and all you need to do is just have some yarn or something with you, or you just go buy some 1/4-inch rope to practice with. You can practice doing lots of knots, and yeah. And there you go, guys. That's me changing out a pressure relief valve because it was necessary. It gets done. H2S or hydrogen sulfide gets done every 2 years because it's that dangerous and they need to be done in that frequency. And then there's propane, and propane needs to be done every 5 years. So that's some years it's a lot to send out, and other years it's not that many. NASA, as in National Association of Corrosion Engineers, they may have kept the acronym and changed it to be international recently. Oh, maybe. Yeah, Godzillionaire would know. NASA stuff is important when you have high pressures and the potential for corrosion. New items are fine, but if they corrode over time, you get a dangerous situation. Yep. What a relief. Oh, DJ. And you love the smell of hydrogen sulfide in the morning? Yeah. Yeah. Let's see if we can find a video on that too. Let's go like this. You guys can look at some Hokkaido gals. Let's see here. Here's a short of it.
In normal operation, like in a gas pipeline.
There's not much to it. You got your spring pressure, you got your disc. Let's find a better video than that. Why do YouTube suggest waifu release valve? I don't know. The hell's wrong with you, YouTube?
The pressure relief valve is one of the most important types of safety valves. This type of valve sets a limit on the rise of pressure within a hydraulic line. In normal operations, the valve is closed and no fluid passes through. But if the pressure in the line exceeds the limit, the valve opens to relieve the pressure.
And it flows back to tank. Yeah, okay, that's in a hydraulic
This protects
system.
expensive machinery such as motors, pumps, and actuators from becoming damaged from high pressure.
Yeah, it goes to tank. Like I say, ours don't go to atmosphere. Some will go to atmosphere, like on compressors and such like that, because it's not a deadly gas, it's just air. So it's going to go to atmosphere. but ours go into a pipe. So early episodes of Corporal's Corner had great knot demos. Then it became a cooking channel. Oh, well, I wonder if they're still there. That's it right there. This sucker. Look at this.
Pressure safety valves. Early in the 19th century, boiler explosions on ships and locomotives frequently resulted from faulty safety devices, which led to the development of the first safety relief valves. The primary function of a safety valve is therefore to protect life and property. The safety valve operates by releasing a volume of fluid from within the plant when a predetermined maximum pressure is reached, thereby reducing the excess pressure in a safe manner.
Yeah, like I said, this one is exhausting to atmosphere. We wouldn't do that. We would have a pipe hooked up to it, and it would go and get sent to the flare stack where it would get burned off.
When system pressure exceeds the force exerted by the spring valve, the valve disc lifts off its seat, allowing some of the fluid to escape through the valve outlet until the system pressure is reduced to just below the relief set point of the valve. The spring then reseats the valve.
Yep, that's right. It'll lift up, and when the pressure comes down, it'll just reseat back where it needs to go. The voice actor in the training vid is so famous, yet no one knows who he is. Nope, no one does. I'm a member of the Wu-Tang Clan. Cool on how you're in your little portable air compressor when you drain the tank after use by pulling the PRV. The air is cold due to the change. Yes. Yeah, that's the whole... And that can get into refrigeration where they use like the orifice to change the orifice, pushing the high pressure, and because it changes to low pressure and then it gets hot or cold. Like that's all refrigeration is pushing the vapor through an orifice. I mean, there's a little bit more to it than that, but that's sort of the basic premise. And the fire stack neutralizes it. I don't think neutralize. It more like burns it and turns it into something else, and then it dissipates in the atmosphere. Because it's 200 feet in the air.
As a safety valve may be the only one remaining device to prevent catastrophic failure under overpressure conditions, it is important that any such device is capable of operating at all times and under all possible conditions. Safety valves should be installed wherever the maximum allowable working pressure, MAWP, of a system or pressure-containing vessel is likely to be exceeded.
Also, like I was saying before, these things need to be transported standing up. The fella from the what is it? The Alberta boiler something. He's from ABSA. Anyway, he explained to me. He's like, it's written in the laws that it must be transported standing straight upright. It's like, okay.
Pressure excess can be generated in a number of different situations, including failure of control valves, failure of temperature and pressure sensors, failure of the cooling system, which allows vapor or fluid to expand, exposure to plant fires, uncontrollable exothermic reactions in chemical plants, ambient temperature changes, and of course, human error.
And I've had to replace these even before they need to be serviced because something has gone wrong. They failed for some reason, and I've had to remove them and replace them. So that's even a little more scary because I'm doing it under air because we didn't have the plant shut down. Good old ideal gas law, PV equals nRT. Don't stand near the stack, expect to breathe deeply. It won't reach you, DJ. It's 200 feet away from you. Word of the day, orifice, noun. An opening, such as a vent, mouth, or hole, through which something may pass. There you are. Yes, that's exactly it. The old orifice. All right. So there you are, guys. That's how a pressure relief valve operates. You had a close call on the interstate last week? Almost had to change your orifice? Yeah. Well, I bet you it went from quite large to quite small, right? Your orifice clenched up pretty tight. Had a hell of a time getting it open again, I bet. Back when Family Guy was funny, they had the DC strip club, the oval orifice. Oh, man. Yes, I don't know who they let write Family Guy after a while because it just fell off a cliff and it just got brutal and just more violent and like more gory. I don't need to see brains and blood and guts, you know that? Just, go back to being funny. It's tighter than a bull's ass during fly season. Yes. So true. Anyways, it was great seeing everybody here tonight. I'm so glad you guys all, everybody showed up. Like that's awesome. Like, wow, you're looking at one happy pop today. Seth MacFarlane went woke. Yeah. Unfortunately, that's what happens when you're in Hollywood. Remember, guys, hey, please hit that like button. And if you can, leave a comment as well, because YouTube doesn't count you guys watching as you guys watching. It's like I have people in chat watching, and they're like, no, they're not watching. Yeah, they are. They're watching. They leave likes. They do all the good stuff. So, YouTube once again screwing things up. Hokkaido gals are so cute, Veritax. I'll tell you, if you get a chance, watch it. It's a cute one. But yeah, I appreciate you guys. I really do. Coming out here, hanging out, talking industrial stuff, watching Hokkaido gals. It's great. But when I'm not on, you should check out some of these other guys, like DJ Ronnie G, he's in the chat. You can hang out with DJ Ronnie G. I'm sure he has his show on Thursdays, the Monday show on Thursday. Ars, you're still here, just working on posts. There you go. Keeping busy, Ars. I'm glad you're here. You can also check out Mike at Pacific 414, or Brandon the Anime Guy. He was playing some video games before I started my stream there. There's Carl at the RNG Podcast. There's Tommy, Angry Canadian, who was in the chat as well. You better hurry up and catch some of his stuff. I don't think he's going to be streaming for a little while. He's taking a break. He's going to be one busy and angry Canadian. There's also Nerd Pro Lifeform, Punk Waddle, and we saw him in the chat earlier as well, Infinite Metal. You can always hang out with Infinite and have a good time. Very entertaining. Oh, and don't forget the VTuber. Her name's Call Me Kixie. She usually streams on Saturdays. So if you want a nice family-friendly VTuber to watch, she's very chatty and very wholesome. You can tune in and check her out. She's great. She's good people. That's what I'm getting at. Busy, angry Canadian. There you go. The Ovilles, Orange Devils. What's that all about, DJ? And Aris will be live tonight. There you go. Shout out to Aris, who's going to be live tonight. You want to tune in and see Aris playing some games? All right, guys, I've been told that we have to cut back on the overtime. So I'm not going to be working late at work. I should be home on a decent time, and I probably won't work the weekend. So that's what's going to happen. So no more threats of being disturbed by shutdown. So on Saturday, I'm going to be continuing on with Oracle of Ages. Man, this Zelda game is so fun. I'm really getting into it. We completed 2 dungeons the last time. Hopefully I can do that again and complete 2 dungeons each time. But this is a great Zelda game made by Capcom. I'm really enjoying it. Yeah, DJ, you were happy when they cut OT? Well, you know, there was also an anime about the, what was her name now? She was a, oh, damn, what did they say? She was working overtime. Oh, she'll solo any boss to avoid working overtime. So if you don't like working overtime, there's an anime for that. We need Blaine's Escape Corner to come back for a stream too. Ah, yeah, that'd be great to be back on with Blaine again, eh? Friday nights. I'm patiently waiting for it. It'd be nice. Serranos is out there. He's I saw him yesterday actually. He's playing Next Fest games. So if you like Serranos from Blaine's Escape Corner, he does his streaming this time around when there's some games to be done. Occurs to you that if you got some interns, you wouldn't have to go on so many callouts. Hey, interns! Unpaid interns? Blaine is a unicorn at this point. Yeah, he's busy fella. Man, is he busy. See the news about the potential plot against the New York City telecom system? What? There's a plot against New York City? Also, I have to know if DJ lives anywhere near Brooklyn. Because, you know, there's that song out there, Brooklyn Rage. I don't know if he's ever heard it, but it's pretty funny. Blaine's too busy with the Japanese food truck. He's apparently making a mint. Yeah, it sounds like it. Hey, Fabric? No one paid overtime. That's right. Well, it's a good thing we have a collective bargaining agreement because it says that we have to be paid overtime. You're next to Brooklyn? Hey, I'm walking here. Across the Narrows? Hey, yo, DJ. Okay, where was I? Yes, okay, so that was Saturday. On Sunday, Anime Chat. Hey, I will be going over quite a few things. It'll be obviously 70s for September. We'll do that. We'll go over the closing of the summer season. And we'll do the preview of the fall season. I am going to go through the shows that are coming up in the fall and pick which ones I feel like watching by reading the synopsis and all that kind of stuff. See whether anything interests me, and hopefully I won't like bog myself down with like 30 shows. I'll be more discerning, more picky. No, he's next to Burger King. Hey yo, Burger King, I need a Whopper over here. That's my New York accent. Fall season is looking good. You know what I'm looking forward to in fall? Spy Family. Spy Family Season 3 is coming, guys. Get to watch that. And I am a Spy Family fan for sure. It's too bad it's taking so long in between. But I like the first 2 seasons and the movie. I went and saw the movie in the theater. And speaking of theaters, more anime is being shown at your local theaters. So check it out. See if there's something coming that you want to watch and go see it at the theater. You can even see them in IMAX, which would be just giant screen and all the big sound that you want there. Hopefully you won't bog yourself down with 30 shows. Ever the optimist, it'll be 40. Oh, he knows me too well. Spy Family and One Freaking Punch Man. It's on Tubi. Want to watch One Punch Man? If you get Tubi, watch it there. Man, the opening is so awesome. It's like, hero. Yeah, it's great. Like, what a banger of an intro for One Punch Man. Demon Slayer's top grossing Japanese movie of all time. I'm not surprised. Every week I've been reading in the news about how much they've sold tickets and how much it's making. It's like, man, it's crazy. Now I gotta put my money where my mouth is and go see my favorite anime of all time, Chainsaw Man movie. Oh, you couldn't pay me enough. Where's your new season of I know, right? I want that too. I want Chain Soldier. They need to come out with season 2 already. I'll be waiting for that one. Speaking of One Punch Man season 1 intro, the Jam Project is coming back for season 3 intro. Okay. Nice. Yeah, man, what a killer intro. I mean, yeah. There's some shows there that have some really excellent openings where you're just like, yeah, this thing slaps. I don't know. Do the kids say that nowadays? Does it slap? Is it awesome? Rad? Is it a banger? I don't know anymore. I'm Gen X. What do you know? I don't care. I don't care. Anyways, enjoy the shows, guys. Enjoy all of the shows that are coming out. And I'm gonna wrap her up now. It was a fun time tonight, guys. I had a lot of fun, and I hope you did too. I hope to see you guys the next time I stream, which will be on Saturday and Sunday. Other than that, if you're available, stop by on Tuesday night then as well. We'll have another fun time. I'll try to have some more body cam footage of what's going on during shutdown. More than Godzilla? It's Gojira! You mean one plot man? Ooh, out come the knives. Watch out. Picking on people's animes. That's fine. You want to watch Chainsaw Man, you go ahead. It's not for me though. I don't feel like watching that. You saw Chainsaw Man Rubber Duck on Amazon the other. Oh man. It was how you shall see say different. Yeah. Oh. Anyways, guys, we'll wrap her up now. Say whatever you want. Godzilla -1 was a mash. It was. I saw it in the theater. Me and the wife went and saw Godzilla -1, and man, good story. Like they did it exactly the way it should have been done. It was perfect. Like after Japan is wiped out, now you get something even more terrible coming to make your life even worse or more negative. A -1, if you will. Yeah, the Godzilla -1, just awesome. And soundtrack. Yeah. Yeah, there was it was overall a great movie. And I'm very picky about going seeing stuff in the theater. That's a lot of money to pay. You got to pay a lot of money to go to the theater nowadays. So I don't want to pay for disappointment. That's why I'll go see films like Spy Family or One Piece Red in the theater. I think I also saw Dragon Ball Super in the theater. because I know what I'm getting. I know it's going to be good. All right, guys. Time for me to head out, though. Your local theater's a brewery, so you're biased. Looks like they've cornered the market. You like supporting a local business? Of course. Yeah, right on. Well, you guys have a great rest of your night. I hope to see you guys soon. And let's get together later. Until then, though, I've been Pop, and I am signing off.